It's fresh, it's credible, it's information, news, sports, and entertainment from and about the North Coast parishes of St. Anne, St. Mary, and Portland. Now for the news.
Thank you for joining us again for the latest from the North Coast Times newscast. I am Rowena Newman Ridley. First, the headlines. Ocherius High School's first intake link up 30 plus years after graduation. U.S. radio stations broadcast to 4 million, the best of Jamaica from Sandals, Ochi Beach. St. Mary footballers mourn loss of dedicated administrator. Progressive FC lifts the Portland Major League trophy. Two crashes in a matter of days in St. Anne leave 6 dead. And now the details from the North Coast Times. More than 50 graduates of the class of 1993 at Ocherius High School are celebrating a spirit-lifting, overdue link-up they held in Jamaica over 4 days. Roughly half of those attending the link-up are from Jamaica and the other half are from the US. They say they consider themselves special because they were from the very first batch that entered Ocherius High School after its rebranding and repurposing from a secondary school. They had 4 days of intense togetherness with a family fun day by the river, an exclusive beach party, and formal dinner and road trip. Now they are still excited and feel an even greater bond and a desire to help the school. They believe they want to arrange more get-togethers, whether as reunions or link-ups. See the full story on the North Coast Times website. That's northcoasttimesja.com.
Comes from my family. I wanna go home.
Jamaica is getting loads of publicity out of a remote broadcast event to the US from Ocherius, St. Anne for the first 2 days of this week. The broadcast by 15 radio stations into 18 tourism markets on Monday and Tuesday morning, April 8 and 9, was estimated to reach some 4 million people. Sandals Resorts invited nearly 20 broadcasters and radio personalities to have a taste of the island and wake up their listeners from the sunshine and warmth of Ochi Beach. Sandals Ocherius held a reception on the beach Saturday night with entertainment, Jamaican food and spirits, and a tropical welcome. Local and overseas media personalities were welcomed by Sandals executive Gary Sadler and chairman of the Jamaica Tourist Board John Lynch. On Sunday, the radio personalities and local media personnel were taken on a catamaran cruise of the Ocherius Harbor by Island Routes. The guests then climbed the Duns River Falls and ended the trip back at Sandals Ocherius. We will be right back after this break.
Cool Oasis service stations are the fastest, coolest service stations around. Drive through and buy your phone cards from Cool Biz. Yes, it's easy. No paper, no pin. From the fastest, coolest service stations. Quality fuels, lubricants, and refreshments at the lowest prices. The cleanest restrooms and the smoothest service to make your drive even cooler. From the fastest, coolest service stations, get cool service and cool stuff fast at Cool Oasis service stations island-wide.
Are you sitting at home with doubt or undecided as to what you should do? Well, let me introduce Quantum Security Training Services. Come and experience our professional trainer who will set you on the path of becoming a certified security officer. The best thing about Quantum Security Training Services, we don't train and leave you standing. We assist with job placement. Our certificate is recognized locally and in the Caribbean diaspora. What more could you ask for? Pick up that phone and dial that number 350-2301. No matter how far you are, Quantum will take the training right to your door. You won't regret you did.
The death toll from the Fern Gully bus crash grew to 3 after 2 more people succumbed to their injuries. This means that 2 crashes in St. Anne between March 31 and April 3 led to the deaths of 6 people. Those killed in the Fern Gully crash are 8-year-old Kayla Brown, 48-year-old Suzette Thomas, and 58-year-old Noreen Allen, all of 16 Wildman Street in Kingston. They were all on a Nissan Caravan bus traveling to Ocho Rios for an excursion. It crashed after a tire blew. Miss Thomas died on the scene. The girl, Kayla, and Miss Allen died in hospital between Saturday, April 6 and Monday, April 8. And 3 were killed near Duns River on the North Coast Highway in a crash Wednesday night, April 3. Police said a Range Rover traveling west from Ocho Rios failed to keep its lane and slammed into 3 other vehicles traveling in the opposite direction. The fire brigade personnel had to cut away portions of a vehicle to extract those killed. The 3 killed were in the Nissan wagon. They are 55-year-old Christopher Charles White, a vendor, 42-year-old Karine Browning, and 41-year-old Robert Muir, all of Beacon Hill in Thomas Pen, St. Catherine. A 22-month-old child who was a passenger in the Range Rover was treated at the St. Anne's Bay Hospital and transferred to the UWI Hospital. The football fraternity, especially in the St. Mary Football Association, is mourning the loss of Melanie Henry, football administrator. Miss Henry died on Thursday night, April 4, in the Kingston Public Hospital. Her death came as a shock to many. She was said to have been making important strides in getting back some strength after cancer forced her hospitalization nearly 2 weeks earlier. President of the St. Mary Football Association, James Pearson, said Miss Henry's place in football administration in St. Mary would be hard to fill. She had worked there for 14 years as administrative assistant. Similar sentiments were expressed by Football Association President for St. Anne, Danny Beckford, and the Jamaica Football Federation. Miss Henry's father, himself a football official at the St. Mary FA, said, "God is giving me the strength to go through." He said no one can understand the pain and burden he now feels. He expressed thanks to many who have come forward, affirming their support for Melanie Henry. Full details on this story are on the North Coast Times website. Remember, the North Coast Times website is active and linked to the Facebook page. We remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and to never miss the news again. We will be right back after this break.
Fitzroy Grocery and Wholesale in the center of Discovery Bay is open every day between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. Customers from communities such as Old Folly, Queen Height, Farmtown, Tickets, Helicon, Lakeside Park, Hopewell Park, Corner Street, Gaza, Bengal find it convenient to shop at Fitzroy's. And those passing on the highway in Discovery Bay know that the service is quick and easy to access. For more than 20 years, this family business has been serving families and business in and around Discovery Bay. Drop in and you will find the same courteous and fast service. Call us at 876-670356. Fitzroy Grocery and Wholesale.
If you want great Jamaican cuisine in a relaxed atmosphere by the sea, Roxborough Restaurant, Bar and Grill is the place to be. This cozy, private restaurant specialized in seafood plus Jamaican dishes including curry goat, fried and baked chicken. We are open for breakfast at 8 a.m. and serve meals through the day until 10 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays. On Fridays to Sundays, we are open at 8:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Our bar service has got rave reviews. Come experience top-class service and fine Jamaican meals. We are easy to reach at St. Anne's Bay next to the Island Traffic Authority. Call us at 87656267225 or 5367950.
Continuing the news. People who saw the shooting of a businesswoman in Runaway Bay in the parish Saturday evening says it's a miracle she survived. The operator of Kitty Cat Club near Salem, Runaway Bay, was shot 3 times at close range. This after she insisted that a man who had entered should pay. She was at the gate to the club where the charge was $500 to enter. The man reportedly passed and was called on by her to pay the $500 entry fee. He turned around, exchanged harsh words, pulled a gun, and shot her several times and ran from the club. Police are investigating. Progressive Football Club are the new champions of the Portland Western Union Major League. Progressive put down Ujama CC by 3-0 in the finals Saturday night at Carter Park, Port Antonio, to take the $120,000 prize and the Western Union Winners Trophy. Antoine Wilson and Ashawn Higgins scored 2 early second-half goals before O'Brien Reed netted the third for Progressive in added time. And Mount Pleasant Football Club topped the standings in the Jamaica Premier League and are awaiting the playoffs of 4 of the 6 top teams to know their semi-final pairing later this month. Meanwhile, Limehall FC were relegated even before their 2-1 loss to Mount Pleasant at the weekend at Drax Hall. That's the information package from the North Coast Times YouTube channel this week. Please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, you can get breaking and new stories on the North Coast Times website and Facebook pages. We invite you also to take a look at our TikTok and Instagram accounts. On behalf of the team here at the North Coast Times, I am Rowena Newman Ridley, thanking you.
I have seen all I care to see of this world. It has no more for me. I need the calm, forgiving peace that only comes from my family. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I'm following the lead of the setting sun, and I'm going back where I came from. Like an old oak tree that no longer grows. As time went by, I got hollow. If you don't know when to stay, if you don't know when to go, then you might be building your own gallows. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I'm following the lead of the setting sun, and I'm going back where I came from. Mama's on the front porch waving for me. My father's got his hands.
That's the news from the North Coast Times. You can always find more news and features on the North Coast Times website and Facebook page. You may reach us at WhatsApp 876-503-9995. The North Coast Times News.